quarterly appraisal process.
So what goes into that? Is it pre-written? Is it determined? Or is it on the fly?
No. Well, the manager's got to be prepared. And the ideal situation that I have found that really works is when the manager sends to the employee the direct report, here are the things I want to cover. Because otherwise, the employee could be just totally caught off guard, and they can't respond intelligently to any of your assertions. We're looking at metrics, okay, because there are objectives, hopefully, there are objectives that have been given to that employee, and so we're looking at those objectives and how that employee is doing relative to those objectives. The other thing in the appraisal process that the manager really needs to look at hard is if it's not on track, you got to jump into the accountability pool, and I brought that up last week. Jump into the accountability pool with that employee and say, what are you not getting that you need to be more effective on this objective? And if the employee is just dumbfounded by that, then you go, oh boy, now I really do have a problem. Appraisals can be a longer conversation. Usually performance appraisals are about an hour.
Okay, so it's less. So it's more than 20 minutes, like I said before.
Oh yeah. Well, because depending on the good or the bad, you got to create a plan with that employee. Let's just say the performance is missing the mark. It is incumbent on the manager-direct report relationship to discuss a plan. Okay, how do we make this better, right? Mm-hmm. And that can take some time. And what you're doing is you're really assessing how's that employee doing on clearly articulated objectives. Now, what did I just say? Clearly articulated objectives. If we've not done that as managers and given clearly articulated objectives to a direct report, boy, that's our fault. Because then we've just got these floating expectations out there.
Yep.
And
we talked about that last week too. When you assign it, we give them an assignment, make sure they understand the assignment.
And when, and what, it's setting great expectations, right? What's it look like when you're done, both in terms of the outcome, the deliverable, and the when. And then there were two other steps that we went through last week. I won't go back to that. But don't be afraid of the appraisal process. I want you to think about this as you're keeping the train on the rails, right? Don't wait for a whole year to go by before you check whether or not your train is off the rails. So appraisals are really an opportunity. And oh, by the way, let me say this, because I don't think I said it last week. Most people, and I guess I'm talking about direct reports right now, well, actually managers too, most people actually appreciate honest, objective feedback. They really do. Mm-hmm. The lack of feedback leaves that person driftless on a raft out in the ocean. And I don't know why we'd pay anybody to put them in a raft out on the ocean, not sure, knowing where they are. So,
because then they won't be on the team.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what the team is a uniform group of people going for one goal.